The mystical encounter at Ulingan Bay. Tala, a fisherman from the small, weathered village of Toto, was known for his skill and daring. With the sun-drenched land of his home, a place where the soil was rich and the air thick with the scent of salt water and earth, Tala stood out not just for his tenacity, but for his pride. His skin, bronzed from years spent beneath the harsh sun, glistened like the dark mahogany of a weathered ship. His hair, thick and woolly, twisted into tight coils that framed his strong face, often damp with the morning mist or the sweat of his labors. Unlike the other fishermen who used nets to haul in their catch, Tala relied on his fishing strings, delicate lines crafted from the finest fibers, yet strong enough to pull even the fiercest fish from the depths. It was his pride, his signature, and he never missed a chance to boast about it. His hands, rough and calloused from years of holding those strings, were a testament to his skill. The villagers, their own skin tones ranging from the rich browns of the earth to the deeper hues kissed by the sun, spoke often of the ancient traditions of their people. They had lived by the sea for generations, their woolly hair a trait passed down through countless ancestors. The elders, their faces marked by age and experience, often told stories of the bay that lay to the east, Ulingan Bay. Do not test the bay's patience, they warned, their voices heavy with caution. The spirits of the deep do not suffer trespassers. But Tala, ever bold and stubborn, dismissed their warnings with a laugh. "A string in my hand is worth more than 100 nets afraid of ghosts," he retorted, his eyes gleaming with the thrill of challenge. On a moonless night, the village felt heavier than usual. The warm air hung still, not even a breeze to stir the scent of the sea. Tala, determined to prove his bravery, packed his canoe with fishing strings and a lantern that flickered with the last remnants of its oil. His muscular frame, dark and lean, moved swiftly as he set out across the bay, paddling into the thick blackness that stretched endlessly before him. The water around him was as dark as the sky above, the absence of moonlight making it difficult to distinguish the horizon from the sea. The usual sounds of the night, chirping insects, distant bird calls, were strangely absent, adding to the eerie silence that surrounded him. His paddle cut through the water with the faintest of splashes, but soon hours passed without so much as a tug on his fishing lines. Tala muttered under his breath, frustration rising in his chest like the high tide. Then he saw it. A faint, pulsating glow beneath the surface, too vivid and too large to be the work of ordinary sea life. He leaned over the edge of his canoe, his dark eyes narrowing as he tried to make sense of the strange, ethereal light. The glow grew brighter, spreading outward like a slow-burning fire, until it illuminated the water beneath him. Suddenly, the glow surged upward, breaking the surface of the water in a soundless explosion of light and movement that stole Tala's breath away. The creature that emerged was enormous, at least 12 meters long, its body shimmering with a glow that could only be described as supernatural. Fins like veils of fire swayed gracefully in the water, but its head, its monstrous head, was the stuff of nightmares. Golden eyes, large and unblinking, locked onto Tala, freezing him in place. His fingers, trembling with terror, lost their grip on the fishing string. The line went slack and drifted helplessly into the dark waters. The creature circled his canoe, its glow casting shifting, ghostly shadows across his face, its presence overwhelming. Then, the air around him vibrated with a low hum, a deep sound that resonated within his very chest like the pounding of a drum. Tala's heart raced as the creature, its ancient eyes never leaving him, spoke, not with words, but with a voice that echoed in his mind, a voice that seemed to come from the depths of the sea itself. "Why do you linger here, mortal? These waters are not yours.